Next step is Sleeper Spotlight.
Sleeper Spotlight.
Yeah.
You know who did I post on Instagram the other day? JDrums42 posted that one. People love that guy, man. He's he's so good. Such a good player. That was one of my favorite features so far. Also the epitome of who we want, and just like, how do people not know who this is? Like, such a cool player, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to you. That was a great one.
Cool. Yeah.
Set us up.
Yeah, if you don't know what this is,
in case you've never seen this before.
If you're confused about why we're sleeping, we're not sleeping. You're the ones that are sleeping. You're sleeping on drummers. So I'll take those drummers that you guys are sleeping on, and we'll get Adam's opinions, impressions, and if there's any, we'll get some constructive criticism, which is always great. People learn from that. That's awesome. So first up, I've got MPH_drummer20 or Miles Dunkley.
Miles
Less
Dunkley.
than 100 followers.
Less than 100. New to the gram, I take it.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
But let's check out his playing. I think it's worth it.
Miles number 1. Here we go. I recognize that groove. Got. Man, first of all, love the hair, dude. That's kind of how my hair looks growing out like that, wild. Awesome. I love that groove. There was also some stuff that he played going into that, which was pretty cool. Let's start. It's only 17 seconds. Let's watch that one more time. Cool feel, man. Cool. Definitely some advanced playing, that's for sure. I'm excited to see the other clip from him. You know what I love too? It's funny, posting lessons on original grooves like this one. This is a groove I wrote. What was that lesson called?
Is that the coolest groove on YouTube?
Coolest groove on YouTube. Maybe. I
Or
can't remember.
Or is it Why Does This Feel So Hard?
Why is this groove so hard?
Why is this groove so hard?
Maybe it was that one. I really can't remember.
Or is it Perfect Pattern?
Not Perfect Pattern. It wasn't Perfect Pattern, I don't think. I don't know. I lose the name and connection to what the groove. I don't know. I don't even remember how to play that thing. I really don't even know how to play that thing anymore. But it's funny because I obviously have a very close connection with the grooves and fills that I write. Not only because I wrote them and practiced them, but also because, you know, I had to develop the lesson. So I really dive into what the groove actually is. And then it's fun in the weeks after a lesson like that would come out. You get all the videos of people that, like, they'll tag me in their stories or tag me in Instagram posts or just even email or whatever. And I would be lying if I said that everybody, like, nails it. There are some people, obviously some people get the groove wrong, and I'll, you know, respectfully say, hey man, try doing this, this, and this. It's real close, that sort of thing. But then there are times where people, like, I can hear, like, oh, you get it. Like, you found the correct way to, like, deliver it where it sounds like how I hear it in my head as well, you know? And that's what I hear in this groove. Like, he got it enough to the point where it's got the exact feel that I hear on it, right? Just the certain amount, like, there's a particular pocket to it, how you dig into those sloshy eighth notes in the beginning. And then there's certain dynamics where he really punched in certain parts. Anyway, so Miles, I thought your feel was, like, super, super tight on this. I love the way that you played it for sure. It's very similar to how I hear it in my head as well. That was sick, man. Sick and badass feel to go in.
Cool. Yeah.
Let's
another
do
one from Miles.
Another one from Miles.
Yep.
Here we go. Clip 2 from Miles. Interesting fill. I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. Some sort of 6/6/4 type combination. Weird little 6-stroke roll or paradiddle diddle sort of variation. Very cool, man. I like his style. I like a lot of the ideas that he's using seem like tricky, but tastefully tricky, right? Like not overdone. Do you know how old Miles is?
I'm guessing he's young. There's no information in his bio about his age, but
gotcha. Yeah, I mean, fairly advanced player for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely some good ideas, and I like the very intentional dynamic separation. The quiet notes are very quiet, the loud notes are very loud, and to me, that's something that I don't want to say like professional drummers are missing, but sometimes it takes a long time to get that sort of stuff dialed in, right? To like really have the specific notes within what you're playing like punch out and stick out of the mix, and have your dynamic, the low dynamics, like sit extra low, and having those big spikes, I don't know, it just allows you to like pop your playing in a certain way, and he seems to have that pretty dialed in. So I like his style for sure. So yeah, awesome. Shout out Miles, and his Instagram's on the screen. Go check him out. Give him a follow, man. That's a good one.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Miles.
Yeah.
Next up is we're gonna go older today.
Okay, older gentleman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got at Ezio Zach. Oh man, let me
You
start
tried.
that one over.
You tried.
Zaccagnini.
Okay.
He's got under 1,000 followers. He's Italian.
Okay. Shout out Italian brethren.
Yeah, he does original tracks and plays
Okay.
drums to them. So we got a few shorter ones. Most of the videos on his Instagram are long.
Okay.
Long. So these
Gotcha.
are shorter.
All right, let's check out clip 1 from brother Ezio. Here we go. Interesting. He's got some swag on his left hand, doesn't he? He was like whipping that thing. Kind of some unique ways for sure. And definitely a seasoned player. You can see his technique is very, very dialed in, very loose wrists in a great way. I'll tell you one thing that I would like to see differently, and it's not even his playing at all. But the mix of the drum set is so boomy, so warm, which is probably a sound that he likes. But in this particular clip, I would have loved to hear like a tighter birch kit, right? Like something to really cut through. Some of the faster tom stuff that he did, I wish there was more articulation, because I could tell he's flying with like diddles on the toms. But sometimes on like, let's just say like a 13-inch mahogany rack tom, like you ain't hearing the diddles coming off of that one, right? It just turns into like a woo, like a low end sort of thing. There was a little bit of that happening. But one particular clip, so it's not a genuine complaint of mine. What are his cymbals? These look like, are they Constantinoples? It kind of looks like that, but
high-end something.
I'm not convinced they're cons, but they sound good.
They look those like really deep hammer marks.
Yeah.
What are those?
The medium Constantinoples have some of those. I mean, every cymbal company makes certain cymbals with those, right? It's like a ball hammer.
I wonder
right?
if it's like a Turkish symbol, like actual Turkish symbols of the company.
Yeah, because I don't see
that.
any brands on anything.
Or Istanbul,
maybe. Yeah.
Dream symbols.
Maybe Dream. They got some weirdo symbols too. Yeah. I like his playing a lot. I also just like how I use this word a lot in describing like what I like in anybody's playing, but like that exploratory nature of the playing, right? Where you can see that there's an element of comfort within the improvisation, right? Like they're used to exploring as they play and sort of talking out loud certain ideas. And I like that. I like that more than I like something that is totally rehearsed. And of course, there's a time and place to be totally rehearsed, right? I mean, you're playing with a band or you're recording an album, you better be totally rehearsed. But when it comes to like finding online content, on Instagram or something like that, I love seeing people just talk, and he did a lot of that in this video. So that was really cool, man. Awesome. Let's do the next clip from him, Ezio. Here we go. Such clean buzzes with that left hand, man. Weird synths. definitely a very clean player, very tasteful player too. A lot of like smart choices in there. Some of the little snare accents, right? Like just smart placements of a lot of the different ideas that he had. Also, I might not have been totally audible for people just listening, but the left foot quarter note staying steady throughout a lot of those accent hits. That's a little I don't know. It's a seasoned veteran thing, right? That was definitely some good independence snuck in there for sure. And again, the looseness of his left hand, some of those buzzes, man, definitely a drummer with some miles on them. And I say that as a compliment. You can see a lot of the seasoning that's taken place over the years. So, man, awesome drummer, and he's from Italy.
Yeah, I believe he's from Italy.
Very cool.
In his own website, he's got an Italian flag.
Gotcha.
And all of his descriptions on his Instagram are Italian. So I translate some of those.
Awesome.
Read what they were.
And I still had the same thought about the kit. I'm sure he plays the drums that he loves to play. I'm not telling you your preferences are wrong, but Ezio, I would love to hear you on a Birch kit, like something a little bit more cutting, and maybe that's a thing you could just slightly tweak the EQ a little bit. But your playing is so articulate and so fast at certain moments that the warmth and the depth and the richness of that kit doesn't like quite match that. It almost doesn't let me hear exactly how articulate your playing is. So I would love to hear you on a Birch kit. But again, I'm just a dude on the internet with, my whole ideology of personal preferences when it comes to drum sound. So if you're maple, then hey brother, you play maple all day. But as one piece of criticism, that is something I hear. I'd love to hear you on something real tight and snappy. Maybe it would just be a matter of EQing as well. But very cool, man. Awesome sleepers this week, brother. Thanks, Chris.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, guys. If you have any suggestions for Sleeper Spotlight, please send them my way to chris@orlandodrummer.com. Comment below, share them, reach out to us any way that you can, and we'll find them and we'll feature them on this segment of the podcast.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Orlando Drummer Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more lessons like this one, masterclasses, interviews, lesson packs, individual chops and grooves, everything you can imagine, I have all of that waiting for you on orlandodrummer.com. It is an online drum school in the style of Netflix. Free 7-day trial at the link in the description. Check it out.